Welcome back to the ride. It's another episode of the Ballhead Barbershop. Sterling Stevens in it.
I'm frozen.
I mean,
I'm buffering.
but
You just do the little spin. I'm buffering.
so wait, here's the circle.
I'm buffering.
No, I was thinking your elementary school boy pictures. You know, your mom put that polo shirt, you had your eyes shirt on.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah. You get your fresh cut. Picture day.
Man, picture day.
Picture day. Oh yeah. You
But
got.
it was always that one kid, that one bad kid who was gonna stick their tongue out, make a face.
Well, you're gonna never do right.
You're just not gonna do right.
Wasn't gonna ever do right. From the time they got dropped off, they was determined to not do right.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you something. I posted on Facebook a couple weeks ago that if you were a teenager and young adult in the 1990s, your life was or is epic. So my point is, you were clearly in elementary school in the 1980s. You know, we need to do something about the top 5 from the 1980s in this show. So be thinking about something. Maybe we come up with something before we close out.
Something, yeah.
Something top 5 of the 1980s.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You feeling good?
I'm feeling good, man.
You done? You buffering again, huh? We just made everybody think we were buffering. man, I'm doing well, man. I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for letting me ask you that.
Man, what we talking about tonight, man?
Well, first off, it's that time,
Hold
man.
on.
There's only one
Hold on, my phone.
major thing.
I forgot to turn my phone off.
Oh, Lord.
You wouldn't believe, man. That's one of those voter tests.
Oh yeah, you can tell when it's an election year. Everybody, hey Paul, can we count on you?
Stop.
Depends.
You know, it depends. But,
Depends.
you know, man, there's a lot of focus and attention on the importance of the 2024 election. You know.
And for good reason, bro. This I mean, don't get me wrong. I vote every election cycle.
Correct.
But this one, man, is critical, man. I think this is, you know, every year, especially a presidential election year, it's always, this is the most important election of your life. But
Look, man,
I feel like this one really is, bro.
You know, if I had to come up with the phrase that pays, I would have to say, vote like your life depends on it. Or,
Because it does.
or vote like your kids' lives depends on it.
Because it does.
Man, the implications, I sat back and I was watching something on TikTok.
Oh, Lord.
And the young lady, she
And
made
that's the Chinese government propaganda.
yeah,
brother.
and they gonna take over this election too, huh? Yeah, but I listened to this young lady, and she said something that gripped so hard when she said the incoming president will appoint 2, if not 3, Supreme Court justices.
On the new one.
Do you realize the gravity of that?
If you don't, rewind the tape to Donald Trump. First.
Now that clown he appointed 4, did he not?
No,
Was it 3 or 4?
he got 2. Was it 2 or 3? I think.
I think it was 3. But no matter what it was enough to shift into the favor of the right wing and their agenda, which clearly is not the typical person of color's agenda. When you look at the alignment of the Supreme Court justice appointments, as well as the implications of Project 2025, that can forever change the lives of people who are white and in a higher earning bracket.
Everybody, man. It wasn't just the Supreme Courts, man. Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell,
You mispronounced his name.
Mitch McConnell?
You still mispronounced his first name.
We'll start with a B.
He does.
That guy.
Yeah. Mitch McConnell. Yes, sir.
Bruh, but they appointed so many undercourt judges as well. I mean, they replaced a significant amount of federal judges, man.
Bro,
So you get a conservative judiciary, and it's just like they're going to be able to push
their agenda
on all levels, which is why as soon as they got Roe v. Wade burst out of there now and then push it back to the states. But of course, before they pushed it back to the states, they appointed 2/3 of all of the state judiciary.
Correct. So they shifted that power. And I mean, just not just that he did it, but the way he went about doing it. Just divisive, man. But, you know, again, if you missed it the first time, vote like your lives depend on it. Vote like your kids' lives. Let's do this. Vote like your kids' lives depend on it.
Because it does.
Man. No matter how you vote Kamala Harris. Vote Democrat.
Yeah, man, that's it, man. Vote, get out and vote. Everybody, every vote counts.
Man, when I tell you, for me personally, I don't care what the election, whether it is a local, state, or even a national election. Man, our forefathers and predecessors sacrificed too much for you to sit at home on your John Brown hind parts.
Amen to that, brother.
And for those who went through the struggle of the civil rights era, thank you. For those who had, you know, I was voting. I was about mid to late 20s, and voted right there at St. Mark AME Church. Shout out to Pastor Terrence Gray. But I voted at this place, and there was a guy in front of us who complained, "Why is it taking so long?" You ever been around someone, you don't even know it. You ever been around someone who complains, and after a while it's like, I really wish you would shut up. But you might not be able to say that.
Man, you know what I'm talking about, you?
Yeah.
I guess you got that feeling right now, brother.
I'm gonna shut up. But no, in all seriousness, it got to the point, this man whined and complained so much. I said, if he says one more thing, I'm gonna find a way to say something. And he started that whining and complaining. I said, excuse me, sir. Ain't no dogs out here. The National Guard ain't out here spraying people. And the little old lady behind me chimed in because she was frustrated as well. She chimed in and said, that's right, baby. I lived through that. And when this woman started, I got goosebumps right now thinking back to it. When this woman started telling how through the civil rights struggle, they had to really persevere, and they had seemingly insurmountable odds before them.
Right.
Now all you got to do is stand here and wait. Man, that dude was broken down like, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but should have just shut up.
I should have just shut up.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
But yes, but yeah, man, it's just so critically important, man. And I think, you know, a lot of times the disenfranchisement of the black political mind is that understated weapon. You know, they make them feel like the political process doesn't affect me, don't really have anything to do, it's not going to make a difference, and they just, as a result, just don't get involved, you know.
Even if you don't get involved, you have to have an element of interest because it's your life. It's how you live. It's going to predicate.
But you gotta see where those elections affect your life. And I think for most, not even gonna say most, some black people, the ones who typically don't get involved with the election and voting, are the ones who really feel like, y'all, it ain't gonna change nothing anyway. I don't even know why you going down there. Them criminals gonna do what they want to do anyway. Yeah, because you're
allowing them to.
You allow them.
And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, first and foremost, thank you. Whoever told you about the Baldhead Barbershop, thank them as well. And thank you if you did tell someone. But by all means, don't think that we're any type of superiority or supremacist thought process. We just giving you our points of view as black men, as educated black men, and at least quasi informed black men. And you know, I don't want you to consider or have the thought process that we're trying to persuade you to vote one way or the other. We do make a lighthearted joke. We do make light of, you know, vote Kamala Harris. You see what I did there, though? You see what I did?
That's right.
We do make light of it, but the truth of it is, get out and vote. Don't squawk, don't balk when it comes down to the decisions that are made if you did not vote.
Oh yeah, them the ones who get on my
Oh
nerves.
God.
The people that complain
Oh,
but
God.
didn't vote. If you don't vote,
Man,
don't complain.
and you
I
know
don't
what?
even want to hear it. Just keep it to yourself.
And
Throw away.
wait. In the words of Dragonfly Jones, silence.
Silence.
Man,
And that's it. That's a good one, man.
man. But man, it's hard to believe that all this came from that text that I got.
Right.
We didn't even plan to talk about this.
Right.
We had actually talked about.
Them elections is just something you just end up talking about anyway.
Yeah.
You know, if you halfway, paying attention to it, you can't go by a day in this environment without,
But you gotta be
Wait,
careful with
yeah.
whom you engage these type conversations. They say in the workplace, don't talk about politics or religion because it's personal for so many people. But
it's just for me. I don't mind talking about it because I'm not overbearing with my opinions, and that's where it goes on the rails, man. Like some of these Trump people at work, oh my God, bro! It's like if you would calm down, we can have a conversation. I don't mind having a conversation. I don't mind you expressing your views, but
when you add the emotion,
oh my God, they get so they get red hot.
No, when the racism oozes out, and the first thing you hear is "you people."
Why you pointing your finger at me? You people is you people.
That's me too.
You pointing at me.
But they'll be quick to go, "Well, you people." Hold on, dog. I need you to identify and define exactly who it is you're speaking as to being your people. Because if it's me, I need you to specify what makes me those people.
Neither here nor there. Woosah. That's why I usually don't.
See, I
usually don't.
I sat here and got a little angry.
Not because I don't like it or I don't mind it. Somebody gonna end up making me put my hands on somebody. We're gonna make America real great.
I'm sitting here
greatest of all time.
I'm sitting here talking to my boy who happens to be black, and I just got angry with that whole "you people."
Woosah. Take you a woosah.
I'm back. Welcome back to the ride.
Go get your attitude adjustment.
I'm good. I with age, I'm learning to be able to do that.
You people in this cup.
I'm sorry, you said what?
You people in the cup.
What is you people?
It's a little bit of.
Never mind. I know what it is. Let me ask you something, man. What does it mean to you to be black?
Good question, man. For me, what I've learned is I got a T-shirt that says, "I didn't choose to be black. I just got lucky." I'm proud of it. I'm proud. I'm proud of the heritage. I'm proud of the strength and resilience my ancestors showed to go through the things we've gone through. And to come out shining the way we do. No other race on this earth could have went through that but us.
Man,
so I'm proud. I'm extremely proud to be a black man.
You talk about perseverance and fortitude, man. Those they aren't necessarily synonymous. Perseverance means you continue to overcome. And that fortitude is the strength. You put them together, and that really what is the beauty of being black to me. Because again, the things that we've had, our predecessors and ancestors had to come through. There is no other race of people who would have had the physical or mental endurance to see it through those times. My grandmother, God bless her soul, we would ask her, what was it like during the Great Depression?
Yeah.
And she would say, we didn't know about a depression because times are always hard for us. Yeah. Man, what is it like when times are always hard?
Right. I think about, I lost my grandma, it was a year ago this past August. So not this past August, the August before that. She was born in 1930,
Okay.
She was a 13-year-old teenager in 45 when World War II ended.
Okay.
She was raised by her, I don't know if it was maternal or paternal, but her grandparents, who were actually born slaves.
Okay.
So imagine that perspective. You were raised in your early years by former slaves and lived all the way to help elect Barack Obama.
Bro.
And everything in between. You know, and I just sit up there and I think about her, you know, that how rich that life experience was. You know what I'm saying? The things that she went through, the things that were normal when she was a child versus the things that were normal, you know,
In her later years.
in her later years, man. And
You-
it's unreal the difference, man. I know I wouldn't have made it back in the day, but I would have got killed.
Yeah, killed immediately.
Killed it.
I mean, when you look at just like a real 180 from when you were trodden upon, looked down upon, called all kind of names, to the point where you see a black man now leading the free world.
Right.
Man,
That's it. But yeah, I went to my great grandfather was a sharecropper in a little town right outside of Mobile, Alabama, called Watley, Alabama. And I went with my granddad to visit, you know, where he grew up.
Right.
And he showed me the field, the cotton field is still there, where my great granddad used to be a sharecropper. And he used to tell me, my granddad told me the story of how when they were kids, they had to go out and pick cotton. And they were responsible for, you know, a certain weight every day. And my granddad said he never could make weight. You know what I mean? And you sitting out there. And so I walked this field, literally. 2020, the first time I walked that field was like a couple years ago, 2022. Bruh, it was late August, and the heat was unbearable, bruh. I just walked out there for about 10 minutes. I just wanted to see how far. I just wanted to walk way out there in it. And I was just sitting there thinking, man, these people had to work this field from sun up to sun down.
Stop. Because, man, I can't imagine what it would feel like. So every day, you work, you receive no pay. Your pay is, you got to look forward to coming back tomorrow to that miserable life. And I'm sorry, dog.
Yeah,
that whole black struggle, bro,
but
it's real to me.
they endured that. For us, we wouldn't be here if they didn't make it through that. You
Man,
know?
that's why I say, when you look at where those people came from, and now in 2024, you just gonna sit around and not vote. And I hate to keep harping on that, but when you look at from where our people came,
right,
that means their whole struggle was for nothing. That means their entire struggle is for absolutely nothing.
yeah, that's something, man. But you know, we owe it to them to take the envelope, take the baton, and push it as far forward as we can. Because I look at these kids nowadays, man, and it's just like, as not all, of course, you know, you never want to paint a whole group with one brush, but I feel like the bulk of today's youth are really not as engaged as they could be. You definitely got some sharp young brothers, and I'm not saying they don't exist.
No doubt.
The priorities and the focus of our youth, man, is just like, you know, they just rather be on some stupid stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah. Let's bring it up a little bit, man. Let me ask you, on this subject of being black, what has been your most proud moment as a black man?
Oh, as a race or me personally, something that I was involved.
Let's start with you personally.
Me personally, easy. I was in basic training, and there was 57 soldiers in my unit. 51 were white, 6 were black, and we had open bay. So
Wait, what is open bay?
open bay, that's the barracks we was in. It's just like one big open bay with all of the little cubicles of bunks all around the bay.
Okay.
So they come in, they yell attention, everybody, on the line around this open bay. So one day in PT, we had a black female drill sergeant named Miss Drill Sergeant Summers. And her back was turned, and she was like, push, we're doing PT, so we down doing push-ups. And she was telling us to push. And she turned her back, and somebody said, you get your fat ass down and push. Somebody said it. I know who it was. The guy was black who said it. But the 6 of us wasn't telling, because she turned around and she was like, who the hell had the nerve to say that? So they killed us that day in PT. Nobody ever said nothing. Eventually, Drill Sergeant Summers, the female who they said it to, she dropped it. But the drill sergeant underneath her was this white dude named Drill Sergeant Rudisil. He wasn't having it. He gonna make us talk. So he was one of them old school dudes, you know what I'm saying? So this was 89. So he get all 57 of us, put us in this little room. I mean, we had to cram in there. And he say, find a spot and get some real estate. So we all in there on this little room, everybody in push-up position, like I'm right here, people legs all in we all just pushing up. It was miserable. Nobody said nothing. Because the 51 white, I don't know if any of them knew who said it, but the black dudes, we knew who said it. It was my home, but I'm gonna tell it. Blue from Texas, Blue said it. He said it, but we wasn't saying nothing. So the drill sergeant leaves out, and he leaves the soldier. He was a soldier. He was in basic with us, but he was like the leader. And he was this old 34-year-old white dude, a Vietnam vet who had gotten out, had a military contract, did something probably stupid to lose his contract, and now he's back.
Active duty.
He was trying to go back active duty, but they made him go back to basic again. Go figure. So he's 34 years old. Brian, you're too old to be in here with 18-year-old dudes anyways. But then he was old school. He had that old Vietnam kind of mentality. So drill sergeant leaves out. This dude, his name was Malico. That was his last name. We can call everybody by their last name. So long story short, they thought they knew who said it. So he lined up 3 dudes. A little small, skinny white boy. His last name was Starling. I forget who the second one was, but the third person was this black dude named Meeks. And Meeks wasn't even the one who said it. Blue the one who said it. So he's Starling, whoever else, and Meeks. So Malicote getting there, drill sergeant left out. So now it's just the soldiers in there. And Malicote, he's like one of them short, stocky, kind of pit bull looking dudes. So, the little white boy Starling was scared shitless. Did you say it? Right now. Tell me if you said it.
So they attacking the black dude?
Well, no. This Malicote hauled off, bam, punched white boy Sterling in his jaw, ended up with a hairline fracture. He fell out of our cycle, had to go to the hospital, fell out of our cycle, and had to finish basic with the cycle behind us. Who was the second dude? He punched him, knocked him cold out. Got to Meeks.
And Meeks is the black dude.
Meeks was the black dude. And bruh, without any pre-orchestrating or nothing, it was 51 of them and it was 6 of us.
51 white dudes and 6 black dudes.
Dog. He stood in front of Meeks, and all 6 of us stood up, untaught. We just
You know the rule.
Instinctual.
You knew the rule.
And I said to him, I said, bro, if you hit him, it's on.
Hit all of us.
He turned around and seen all 6 of us standing up. Couple more his dudes stood up. We ain't flinched, bro. And eventually, they just squashed it. And
Man.
I was like, bro, it was on.
Yeah.
I mean, we were probably going to get drugged
Hey,
up in there. But I was going to
You
get
could
about
watch
4
that.
of
You
them.
couldn't watch that brother get taken advantage of.
he wasn't finna hit Meeks. Like, he hit Starling.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you wasn't finna do it. And Meeks was a little small dude, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he picked the little small dudes. Man, me, Halliburton, Arthur, I forget, Blue, the dude actually said it. We just all stood up, bro. And it was like,
It ain't even going down like that.
no, sir, bro. Shout out to Larry Arthur, man. I've been looking for him, man. That was my boy in basic training, man, from New York. New York, man. But that was my proudest moment, man. The fact that it was just instinctively, all 6 of us was just like, look, we in this thing together. Whatever happened, it's gonna happen to all of us.
So, if I had to answer my own question, it would be the 2009 inauguration for President Obama.
Oh
up
yeah,
in
yeah.
DC.
Now as a race, that was I cried. I cried that night.
So you stealing my thunder, because for me it was both as an individual and a collective. Because when I had my radio credentials, I was able to get really, really close. So to give you an idea of where we
close
were,
to Barack.
we were close to the stage.
Okay.
We were actually in the first staging area for CNN.
Okay.
Our group was actually interviewed by CNN.
Oh wow.
I was elected to be the spokesperson. This little country, man, that could have been my brightest and my worst shining moments. Because here I'm in my mind.
But that's
like,
up when you get both of them together, the brightest and the worst.
bro, I'm like, I'm about to be on CNN. And the whole group was like, who's going to speak? And everybody pointed at me. All right, cool. I'll take that. No problem.
Right.
Man, this country bumpkin from Memphis, Tennessee, they bringing the camera up, the news reporters right here. And this dude just jumps in front and steals the shine. And it took everything in me not to. So, Paul, you talking about an early 30s Sterling. Imagine that loose cannon.
Right. Right, you know what it remind me of? You see that clip on the internet about the black reporter out in the the country in the gnat or something flew in his mouth.
Yeah. Dude
lost it, bro.
He lost all his cool points.
But I think that was staged, though.
I don't know. Not that.
But if it was acting, boy, he need an Oscar
an Academy Award. But that most proud moment when you alluded to that feeling of pride that you had that just welled up in you to the point it brought you to tears.
Yeah.
Everyone else saw it either on TV or on monitors, huge monitors, and I was actually able to see. They introducing the 43rd president, 42nd president, the 43rd president, Secretary of State. Ladies and gentlemen, President-elect Barack Hussein Obama. He came from a hallway from the left and faced the crowd. It was a corridor. But when he stopped, he paused and took that moment. Now, by now, it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. We were in place starting at 4. We got there at 4 a.m.
Wow.
It was about 19 degrees out there. It was one thing about me.
This was for the inauguration?
This was the first inauguration.
Oh, I was there.
So, really?
Yeah, I was there.
We didn't know each other there.
No, we did not. But I didn't make it through his speech.
But, bro, when I tell you, to see that moment, how he came down, I don't know why. When he stopped, tears just started flowing. Because it's like, man, that could be me.
That's where it was like, it was possible.
Yeah, anything, in the words of Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Man, when he came out, now, again, like I was about to say, I'm a native Floridian. 60 degrees to me is cold.
Right.
40 degrees, unbearable. 20 degrees, unthinkable. So here I am, persevering through something that I really could do without cold weather.
Right.
But if I had it to do again,
You do it.
without question.
Bruh, I left in the middle of his speech. My daggone toes was, bruh, I was so cold. It was a coffee shop, like round the corner. I ducked in the coffee shop. They was charging like $20 for a cup of hot chocolate and a hot dog, and I paid it willingly.
But you know,
just as long as I can come here and use your heater for a minute.
Just that element of unity, and it wasn't just black unity. There was a girl from a school in Arkansas who had passed out, and ironically, she was not black, but it was like the family gathered around her. There was a nurse. What did she eat? She didn't eat anything. Her blood sugar levels low. I need peppermint. That mom where that woman didn't see black or white. She saw a person, and she helped that person. And it was like that throughout D.C. that entire weekend, man.
Yeah, that was D.C. That was a beautiful. I lived in D.C. for some years. I didn't live there at the time of that inauguration, but I was in town for that, and it was the feeling was electric, bro. It was. I've never been a part of anything like that, but I did. It got so cold, bro. I left in the middle of his speech. I couldn't take it no more. They put the little warmers in the shoes under. They had done froze. They felt like little frozen rocks. Oh my God, bro!
Like you're in the Thriller video.
It was the worst. I left in the middle of his speech. I couldn't take it, bro. Yeah. But I was there.
You know, Ballhead Barbershop is unscripted, unrehearsed, and unedited.
Off the dome.
I mean, you got it, and all this from that doggone text message.
All from the text message.
Yeah, but you already know it's not a barbershop. We're not licensed barbers, but we're gonna help you get that off your mind here at the Ballhead Barbershop, inside Studio 2305. Thank you for your continued support. Click like, follow us on Instagram. If you got a subject you'd like for us to discuss,
reach out.
Drop us a message on Facebook. P. Vincent Rivers, Sterling Stevenson, and we are the Ballhead Barbershop.
Ballhead Barbershop. Peace.